Alright. And we're live. Alright. Now the question is what am I gonna do for the next 30 minutes? Alright, confirmed everything's working. Now the question is, do I want Kim with me? I think I do. I think that'll be interesting. Let's see. Who can I fuck
Was
around
there
with?
something you needed?
What about you? You got anything for me?
Hi again, Gendarme.
Hey, buddy.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Nope. Alright. Damn it. Okay, bye, homosexual.
The copper NATO is bad.
There's gotta be something I can talk
What
about
do
with
you want?
Titus.
Yeah.
Is there anything?
What?
Damn it.
I told you. You.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Okay.
The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
And a hole in his heart. That first.
Hmm.
Why not?
Damn.
You suck on that gun like someone tore you a brand new asshole.
That sounds like me.
Yeah, that's real funny. She wasn't laughing, though. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure. No,
Alright,
what
let me
now?
see.
She
It
said
passed 1
she's-
minute.
What?
We were talking about.
There he
It feels like you'll get to know. Soon enough.
No, there's gotta be people I can talk to outside. That wasted 2 minutes. Only 23 to go.
I
Hey, buddy.
saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Aha, a
little.
lead.
She's okay. Troubled, but a nice person. She left last week. Left me the keys to park her lorry if the jam should break.
What else do you know
Uh-huh.
about her?
Nothing, man. We just talked a bit. About life and stuff. So, is she in trouble or what?
Ah, fuck it. I'll tell him what's up.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
Yeah, no, I kinda don't want him involved. I actually kind of regret telling him now.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
That's probably a good idea.
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
Nice. Tommy Lehom.
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
The
Alright.
man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Ooh. Okay, he's a poet. Hit him with your best verse. Fuck yeah, let's do it. My name is Harry, and I'm here to say I almost shot myself in a major way.
Wait.
Holy
There's
shit, wait, I
something
did it. I
here,
actually didn't expect to
stored
make that.
away in some dusty corner. It starts like,
A mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa,
Damn.
what else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
No fucking way Harry knows what he's talking about. Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own. Oh wait, he's talking about looking at his fucked up nightmare face in the mirror.
Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
Yeah, I thought it with my own brain.
Did you?
I am a vessel for my muse, Kim Kitsuragi.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff.
I think
I
it's
sorta wanna
mine.
know if it's yours. Fucking hey. Seems I got you all wrong.
Hell yeah.
Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days.
Say 5 art cop lines. I am an art communist, Tobo capitalist.
It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it. I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page.
You found some common ground with this man.
Hell yeah.
Even impressed him. The next time you look
He
in that
loved it.
mirror, though, remember those words.
Ooh. Wait. Right. I bet that opens up the mirror check again. But I don't want to go to my room because then Kim's gonna go to bed. And I want Kim with me at the communist meeting. What was that? I don't know what was that. I just heard a beep.
Yes?
Oh wait, I didn't mean to talk to you. Racist lorry driver, do I have anything to say to you?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation. The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so. Apples.
Alright.
Fine.
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest. You were bested.
I don't believe that I was. I was gonna see if anyone around here has anything new to say to me. Actually, you know who I haven't tried to talk to? That old lady.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands.
Alright, let's do this.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
No,
Grandma?
her smile just keeps
Okay,
widening.
that didn't do
Her
anything.
hair is grey, like lead. No, this one is a monster in disguise.
Uh-huh. You always say that, Half-Light.
Where am I? Who are you?
Aha. I'm gonna ask if she's alright.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
In the 50s.
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
That's beautiful.
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution, the
Oh,
sidewalks and castles
she loved
were
it.
filled with the young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
Oomst.
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you. His head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. This man's got a hold over her, even 50 years later.
Oh,
You
damn.
can feel it.
Big celebrity crush.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
Mhm.
Someone was. They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters.
She's imagining a better
Beautiful
life
and
somewhere
true.
that probably didn't
They will
exist.
win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this. I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Damn.
While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution. In Methk, it
What
was
do you mean,
the
you
golden
people? I wasn't
age.
even there.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
I see.
Diamonds.
I get a feeling that is a lie.
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was? Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
Yeah.
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't actually.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Are you snorting the driving?
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Harife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
I see.
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
I don't think I really have a reason to.
Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
Aha.
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I'm gonna be an optimist. I bet it all works out.
Don't be stupid.
Damn
the
it.
Boyadero returns from the
No one
Western
would write a
Plain
happy
just
ending in this
one night.
bitch of an
As he and
earth.
his beloved are out walking along the river Margaret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
Yeah. And he does because he loves his wife, right?
No. The Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Margaret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
That went way worse than I actually thought it would, and I thought it was gonna go bad.
You have to understand. A true Boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a Boyadero.
That's a fucking crazy thing to take away from that.
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
What if are you a Sigma enough to murder your wife and ride off into the sunset?
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Why is that?
I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't
Probably
want
not.
your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that.
And we are so far past this, I have done things so much less connected to the case.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best communers around. I drive routes no one else will. Lomonosov's land, Udashnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain.
Uh-huh.
A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares.
Alright, time for communism.
The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas do Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
Yeah.
You're right, Lowman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
You're
A
welcome.
correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
Yes, actually,
Yes, go.
literally, it
Enough
literally
talking.
actually is. I was just
I
trying
need
to
get
waste
back
time.
to Mesquite.
Alright, have fun. Alright. Onwards. I don't remember what the password was, but I don't think it will matter much. I don't think I personally have to remember. Wrong door. Fuck yeah.
As you approach the metal grill, you can hear several voices having what appears to be an... This must be it. Somehow, the acrid smell. No, that's just slightly burnt coffee.
Just look at these pigs sniffing about after.
The metal... You notice the lieutenant is looking uncustomarily anxious.
Right, shit, can I go back to... Damn it! Fuck. I wanted to quick save before I did this. Oh well. Fuck it, weeball. Okay, I'm gonna read what it said. Somehow the night air softens the smell of trash and sea brine. As the breeze pulls through the canvas like a shuttle through a loom, you catch a hint of something unexpected. Something earthy, warm and burnt. The acrid smell of failure. No, that's just a slightly burnt coffee, a smell you would recognize anywhere. Just look at these pigs sniffing about after hours. The metal grill is cool to the touch. You notice the lieutenant is looking uncustomarily anxious. His posture is rigid. His right hand hovers near the zipper of his jacket. Relax, Kim. They're only communists.
Something's not right here. The equation doesn't quite balance. Which is just to say, we should be prepared for any eventuality.
Okay. Alright, quick save then. Sick.
You can hear animated voices coming from the other side of the grill.
Uh-huh.
You can make out at least two separate voices. Two voices, both male, approximately early 20s.
Careful with those now. I have it. It's going to work. I can feel it.
And Kim has the gun with the bullets in it.
The clang of metal reverberates all along the scaffolding. The voices coming from the other side fall silent. A pair of frightened hares cowering in some dark crevice of their burrow.
How?
Who's there? Is that you, Morris?
Are you all communists? I'm looking for some communists.
Who said communist? Did we say communist? Get out of here.
I've already put about like 0.0001% of communism, but now I need to get organized. Can you help me?
For a moment, silence. A slight sensation of static electricity as before a storm. A miniature conference is taking place inside, and you are the subject.
What's the passphrase?
remember the Bobreva and Abadanais.
There's no response. You begin to wonder whether they've slipped out some back way. No, they're still there. You can feel
They're
them
like,
back
oh shit,
there.
we didn't think he'd know.
Alright. The key's taped to the back of the door frame. Just make sure you put it back when you're done, or
Interesting.
we'll all be locked out. And do watch the concrete. It just kind of falls away. In places.
Oh.
Charmant. After you, detective.
Have fun at your underground meeting, pig. Hope it's a blast.
It will be. We're gonna argue.
The two young men are either oblivious to or
mean,
ignoring your
he's
entrance.
Kinda
Their
handsome.
attentions are fixed on whatever it is they're stacking in the middle of the floor.
The student communist. What the fuck are you doing? Is this what building communism looks like?
Matchboxes, it appears.
Aha.
I think it's holding, Alexis.
It is. It's holding.
And this guy looks like several people that I know.
Careful, careful.
Damn. Oh, it all went to shit. Just like communism.
Damn, hardly any difference. You two, you are late.
They should know the meeting starts at 10 p.m. sharp.
Damn it. Come on, man. I was 2 minutes late. Come the fuck on, dude.
There's a great deal of tension in this young man's shoulders. More than someone
I
else
knocked on there at like
should bear.
2:06.
Meanwhile, his companion inclines toward him, eager to catch every word that dribbles from his friend's mouth.
That's the whole point, of course. We can't just have anybody waltzing in here. Martinez is crawling with reactionary infiltrators. There are RCM spies, for one. Just recently, someone even broke into my apartment.
Wouldn't know anything about that. Uh-huh.
To say nothing of Gotwaldians and iconoclasts.
The young man's companion reflexively snorts at the mention of Gotvallians and iconoclasts.
We all have to take precautions, especially during these delicate times. What matters is that you've made it, and that you've done the reading.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh. No one said anything about reading. You'll just have to win this one.
Kim, did you do the reading?
No, detective. The only reading I've been doing is right here. I have not had time to seek out pretentious communist book clubs, nor have I done their reading.
Damn it.
Doesn't sound like they've done the reading, Steban.
God, this is like every class that I attended where I had to do the fucking, like, group work based on a book and fucking nobody read it. Except I usually did. Or I at least looked at the spark notes, if the book was bad. But I wasn't one of those kids that hated every single book that I ever had to read in school. I liked some of them. Probably most of them.
Well, this is getting awkward. I'm not sure what you're expecting to find here then.
Maybe they can explain themselves.
Yeah. What are we doing with the matchboxes?
The young man frowns at the little pile of boxes on the floor.
Nothing, just messing around until the meeting started.
They're watching those matchboxes awfully intently for two guys who are just messing around.
Are the matchboxes a metaphor for communism and its inability to be built in the current system?
It's almost as though they were trying to create the most unstable structure they could.
Uh-huh.
In the most generous sense, I would say we're cultivating revolutionary consciousness.
Yes, that's probably the best way to describe it.
But more specifically, we are running a reading group. The most rigorous and theoretically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez.
Comrade Steban is a great discussion leader. One of the best at the university.
Yawn. Can you imagine anything duller than a bunch of binoclards yanking each other's knobs?
Yeah. Is this where I can square off in theory combat?
We have been known to get into some spirited debates, but it's always in service of our larger intellectual and ideological project.
Precisely. We are not interested in senseless parroting. We like to read critically.
Aha.
Within the contours of Mazovian historical materialism, of course.
I didn't realize that they taught communism in universities. That's what Fox News would lead me to believe.
Huh. As though you can call that problem teaching.
One thing you learn quickly at university is that you're not going to find a real education in any lecture hall or discussion seminar.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck school. School sucks.
We are post-attendance, basically.
Exactly. The only worthwhile part of the so-called École Normale de Recherche is the library.
These are
That's where
obviously
we've made our
adults.
greatest critical strides. We study all the foundational texts of Mazovian theory, of course. Just last week we finished the second volume of Puncher and Watman's Innocence of Capital.
Truly extraordinary.
And before that we spent 6 weeks on State and Plasm.
Uh-oh. You can feel your attention span rapidly deteriorating.
Oh, God, gotta keep listening for
We've
communism.
also read Wertmüller's The Megastructure of History, and before that, Real and Reality.
Arblar's Une Paix Infernale.
The original Fisdale translation, not that watered down revisionist garbage.
Uh-huh.
Obviously.
But, of course, our special emphasis is on the theories of Ignaz Nilsson and his followers, especially the inframaterialists.
Uh-huh. Who are these
You're not
inframaterialists?
familiar with them? It's pretty advanced stuff. You may not be ready for it yet, Gendarme.
Gendarme. That was what that gay guy called me. Are you a part of the homosexual underground?
Only Krasmazov's most trusted lieutenant, the evangelist of the revolution, and the founding father of the People's Republic of Samara.
It's hard to overstate how unimpressed he is that you've never heard of this world historical individual.
This is... I've talked to so many of these people over the fucking internet and in real life.
He also happens to be the greatest communist theorist after Mazov himself. It was Nilsson who first postulated the existence of ideological plasm, which forms the basis of inframaterialist theory.
Plasm, huh? Sounds like a hell of a drug. You might want to ask about it.
We're snorting ectoplasm in here.
The young man sighs. His companion looks about furtively.
Did the reading group have anything to do with the lynching? I feel like we've solved that already, but why not ask?
Lynching? No. We're not an operational cell.
Oh, he's like, no, we don't do the violence, that's someone else.
We think of ourselves as more of an intellectual vanguard.
What is your group's stance on the lynching?
Our stance? What? Do you want to know if the SRV has established a party line on the lynchings in Martinez?
Though historically speaking, the SRV has supported direct action against right-wing paramilitary squads, especially when they are doing the Indo-tribes' dirty work.
Okay, he's like, we're not pro-lynching, but we're not anti-lynching either.
Good point. So as a provisional matter, I can say we support it.
Are they being sarcastic? You feel like you're caught in some elaborate joke labyrinth, but it's impossible to see your way through.
Yeah.
No, we're an independent
I
organization.
see.
We acknowledge and respect the union's efforts, but our interests are more theoretical than Mr. Clare's.
We're gonna see how cool you are. How do you feel about crime?
That's easy. Crime is simply the inevitable expression of the injustice and incoherence embedded within capitalism itself.
Yeah, this guy's kind of spitting right now, though.
It's a symptom, in other words, not a cause.
His companion can barely suppress
Damn,
a yawn.
he is real for that, though.
No, unfortunately, the communards were hunted down and killed nearly to a man. All that's left of them are bones and old rifles.
Yeah, like this
His
one.
companion's eyes widen as you hold up the ancient weapon.
Yes, like that one. I wonder how many of these are still lying around in cellars or sealed up behind the masonry. Can I hold it?
Yeah, sure, fuck it.
It's heavier than I was expecting.
He's like, he's starstruck right now looking at this old dead guy's rifle.
The attitude of a priest bearing one of the holy relics of his faith. Though it is long out of service, its power is evident to him. When he's finished, he returns the rifle to you with a nod of appreciation.
I'm getting, establishing, God, what would you call it? Rapport.
What do you mean? This is the reading group.
Uh-huh. There's just two of you. That's not really much of a secret society.
We're in something of a rebuilding phase.
Uh-oh.
Some of our former comrades didn't have the ideological fortitude our work demands.
Uh-huh.
Intellectual attrition is maybe the best way to describe it. Felix said he couldn't keep up with the reading on top of his classwork. And Susanna wanted to read text other than Mazovian theory. Like novels, if you can believe it.
Yeah, novels. Unbelievable. What a fucking idiot.
See? Even the gendarme gets it.
I really don't know what that means. Is gendarme a slur?
We've tried recruiting new members, but unfortunately the current intellectual climate is pretty hostile to inframaterialist thought. These days, if you're on the left, the ascendant schools are the Godwaldians and their iconoclasts.
Don't forget about Maurice and the turnips.
Right. Then there was the whole turnip debacle.
Whatever this turnip business is about, one thing is perfectly clear. These young students have a much deeper understanding of communism than you do.
That's so true.
You could learn a thing or two from them. If you can convince them, you're one of them.
Yeah.
They're the most depressing school of communism. They love writing long books with a patina of Mazovian theory to cover up their cheap psychologizing.
A gang of cheap psychologists and intellectual midgets. Typical Godwalders, in other words.
The most important thing communists can do is complain about other communists.
It's okay for Uli to say that because his dad is from Godwald.
Uh-huh.
The Godwald school believe that intellectuals as a class are incapable of sparking revolutionary change. So all they can do is critique capitalism from inside itself.
I mean, that is true. Capitalism do be subsuming all things into itself, including criticisms of it.
That's why they spend all their time smoking cigarettes and writing long works of criticism that make you want to commit suicide.
Uh-huh.
He's miserable. That's probably why they're always committing suicide.
Oh, like Krasmazov himself.
You see, the Gotwald school look like communists. They talk like communists. But scratch the patina and you'll see beneath that they're just depressed liberals who've read too many books.
Damn. Okay, he is actually kind of spitting a little bit, too. I've met some quote-unquote communists that definitely do not fucking... They don't walk the walk, is what I'm saying. And that's not to say that, like, obviously you have to participate in capitalism. Given the current society, you can't go to the communism store and buy the fucking communist food. But, like, some people don't want to do anything, they just want to be mad.
For starters, they love talking about beans.
Beans? I know a few people. Sounds like someone I know.
That's right. Iconoclasts are obsessed with beans. They love thinking about beans. They love counting beans. But most of all, they love building models to predict how many beans there'll be in the future.
This motherfucker eating beans in the movie theater.
They're by far the most bean-centric school of communism.
Are the beans a metaphor?
If only. They've got all the beans accounted for in their asset sheets. Their quarterly budgets, their future projections. But for some reason, there are never enough beans to go around. So we've just got to cut our bean rations in half.
Alright. I mean, I don't really like beans, so I'm good with staying away from them.
And next thing you know, there are budget cuts. So now we've got to cut the bean rations in half again.
God damn, that's like a quarter beans.
You see, iconoclasts claim to be communists. But in reality, they're just liberals with hard-ons for spreadsheets.
And that's so true. Every communist that disagrees with you is actually just a liberal. What about the liberals?
Of course not. The only people who actually call themselves liberals are mouth-foaming reactionaries.
Basically indistinguishable from fascists. You'd need an X-ray machine to tell the difference.
I see. Interesting.
Cindy is... how to describe her role?
Something of an ideological auxiliary, perhaps.
Yes, that's exactly how I would put it. And naturally, we support her radical counter-liberal aesthetics.
But she refuses to submit an essay, so we can't call her a member of the group per se.
Yeah, do I have to write an essay?
That doesn't stop her from using a room for studio space, of course.
Alright, I need to know what's up with this turnip shit.
It's an unfortunate story. You see, our ex-comrade Maurice is something of an economist.
He's studying macro and microeconomics.
Oh, hey, I've done that. In fact, I'm actually in the process of doing macroeconomics right now.
Wow, a real intellectual, it sounds like.
Right. So a few weeks ago, we were discussing the extra physical capabilities of the revolutionary state. And Maurice said... what were his exact words, Ulexis?
It was unbelievable. He said, turnips don't care if they are grown by communists, moralists, or Vulcan. They grow just the same.
Basically, he was rejecting the whole foundation of inframaterialist theory.
I'm just gonna go along with it. I forgot what the fuck that meant. That's way too far back in the conversation. He's gonna... I can only go back to the part where they're talking about beams.
Susanna said that he has been hanging out with some non-communists lately.
God damn, the monster. Going outside his bubble, fuck him.
For us, the question boiled down to, if you don't even accept the basic ideas of Nielsen and inframaterialist theory, why are you in the reading group?
I totally understand, I'm with it.
Of course you do. It's pretty basic stuff.
Yes.
Well, it wasn't so much that he was expelled.
He just quit coming. We haven't seen him around for weeks.
Alright, let's talk about something
Go
else.
ahead.
Is the
We
group
typically
accepting new
only
members?
accept new members once per semester. There's this whole process with essays and presentations on assigned topics.
Fucking
Even though
Christ.
we have some extra seating at the moment, I guess we could be convinced to expedite an application.
Fuck yeah. Hired right on. No interviews, no nothing.
You can't be serious. For these gendarmes?
I am serious. As materialists, we've got to adapt to conditions as they are.
So true.
Besides, you still need to pass the interview portion of the entrance process.
Fuck, there is an interview.
Assuming he's even still interested, that is.
Woo! 83%. God damn.
What's there to be scared of? You've really been cracking the books these last few days. You can go toe-to intellectual toe with any reading group in Martin.
I'm so fucking smart.
Now, chin up. You've got this.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Oh, you want to start now? Sure, we can manage that.
You've caught him off balance. The momentum is already in your
I'm
favor.
fucking dominating him. What a fucking power move.
Go ahead and take a seat. Since we haven't had time to prepare an exhaustive questionnaire, I think we can keep this interview more freeform.
Perfect. I can manipulate
Why
that.
don't you tell us a bit about the books you're interested in, and we'll just see where the conversation goes.
Yeah.
Ah, a real old-school pedestrian materialist. All right, we'll play along.
I will not
So what
name
sort
any of
of
them.
practical works are we talking about?
Like the alphabet, for instance. I'm gonna. This guy loves pseudo-intellectual bullshit.
Interesting. I always thought that stuff was common folk superstitions, repackaged as bourgeois spiritualism. But maybe I've
is.
been overly dismissive.
This is a good start. They're starting to loosen up. You feel relaxed and in control. Soon, you're debating whether a decommodified spirituality is even possible under capitalism. Probably
I'm fucking
not
nailing
is
this.
the answer. Which isn't to say it isn't sometimes still useful.
Okay, I mean, this is the real answer. It's Gwyneth Paltrow on your fucking goop.
Ogutwalian will tell you that it's an inescapable fact of modernity, that we can only repackage our collective history in increasingly ludicrous forms.
Thank God we are no good Wallians.
Well, actually, that's not even true. It's rich people that don't trust medicine or real health care is actually her audience. The poor people that want the real medicine don't get it, and sometimes they resort to spiritual, like, alternative remedies, but that's because they literally don't have access to real health care. Which at that point, I can't even blame you with that. But like the rich people who have access to the best healthcare around, but choose not to do it anyways, and do some like fucking bullshit alternative remedy, I have zero sympathy for you.
These kids are eating out of your hand, practically. Another quarter of an hour disappears. The questions come rapid fire, but you have an answer for every one. Now you can sense things starting to slow down. The interview must be reaching an inflection point.
Don't you think, though, that you can only really understand current events if you have a firm background in history and political theory?
Yeah, I say. I only have one answer. Only. They're no substitute for a real story.
Okay, we'll bite. What sort of stories are we talking about?
I'll tell you how I infiltrate. This one sounds the most, I don't want to let on that I'm a cop.
Sounds like old-fashioned revolutionary espionage.
Okay, I don't have to tell him I'm a cop.
Yes, I'm rather curious myself.
Now you're getting somewhere. These boys aren't even bothering to contain their interest. They want to see how you weave the threads of this story together.
I'm so fucking smart.
Even the lieutenant seems engrossed, despite your revealing details of an RCM investigation.
No one's gonna believe these guys.
But I still don't see what the lady driver had to do with a strike standoff.
In all fairness, the whole situation is rather complicated.
Yeah. She was just a pawn.
Clearly there's a lot of ins and outs. It almost reminds me of a Dick Mullen novel.
You're so right. I am just like Dick Mullen.
Another quarter of an hour disappears. The conversation bounces back and forth. Whatever their pretensions, it's clear these two have been craving something real.
Hell yeah.
Now you can sense things starting to slow down.
Yes.
Time to wrap this tale up.
Makes sense. It doesn't seem like there's anywhere else she could have gone. I suppose we'll have to leave it there. But listen, gendarme. We could use someone with your breadth of expertise. With just a little more theoretical background, I think you'll be able to make some real contributions.
Fuck yeah, give me the books.
Yes, I would say he's got serious potential at least.
And with that, welcome to the most ideologically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez.
I feel like there's not a whole ton of competition on that front, but thank you.
Here's your first assignment. It's an overview of inframaterialist theory. A little basic, as you'll see, but one has to start somewhere.
Yes, I'll add it to my extensive reading list because I read a lot of books and I'm very smart.
You're going to fit right in, I think. Come back when you're done. We'll be here pretty much every night after 10 p.m.
It's a good thing I read that bullshit earlier.
Do be sure to take your time with the reading. We'll be eager to hear your thoughts.
I'll read it first thing in the morning, and it will annoy Kim probably. That went great. I don't know why Kim was so nervous. Damn, it's not the Phasmid. I assume same place, same time tomorrow night? Actually, I do wonder if I could read the whole thing tonight. I don't know what time I'm supposed to go to bed, though. Though I don't think it would matter. It's not like I'm gonna lose out on any healing, because I think that's the only consequence of not getting enough sleep. Though I'm gonna see if that lady is still there. There are people still out. But I want Kim to go to bed. And I am gonna save Scum because I did pass that check the last time. I just had to reload my save. The communism meeting was a huge success. Alright, that lady does seem like someone who would stay up late. We'll just have one of those after midnight dates. Good night, Kim. Bye-bye. Alright. Sneaking out at night. I'm naughty. Alright, now let's see if she's still there. I'd be kind of surprised if she was. Yeah, she is not there. Alright, let me say that. I definitely don't want to lose that.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
This is gonna take some doing.
Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate.
Just because I did get it before, I'm gonna keep reloading until I just get it.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those.
Oh yes, she does.
Yeah, this might take some doing. I wouldn't mind putting a point into suggestion to speed this shit up. There's so many points. Also, I have some clothes. I bet I have some suggestion enhancing clothes that I could put on. Let's see. Alrighty. God, I got so much clothes. +1 endurance, -1 reaction speed. Okay, turns out this is the only thing. Apparently this is what people find sexy now.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can.
That's a much better
So,
chance.
what will it be, officer?
Oh, yes, she
Fuck.
does. You
Wait.
Why does she...
What is it? But until that happens, I...
Oh,
Damn it. Come on, it's almost a 20% chance. It's like more than double the odds that I had the last time. How about this? What if I put a point into suggestion as well? Just because I have so many, and then that's really going to push it over the edge.
Wait a bit.
why does...
What is it with... But until that happens,
28%,
I
that's
can try to
good.
assist you the best I can.
Oh, yes.
Damn it.
Wait a bit.
Why does she...
What is it with... But
Damn it, I
until
forgot to
that
I forgot to
happens,
put the point in.
I can try to assist you the best I can.
Fuck it, we ball.
So...
You think she really needs
Hey.
more of that after a man died at sea? What
What
if
do I
I told
do?
you it is actually possible to go on a date sober?
I'm listening.
Before recorded history, men and women were able to do simple, very primitive things together sober. Acknowledge the situation and keep it basic.
Yeah.
I have, and I don't really.
I think she'll think this is cute.
Just a walk? I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator.
Yeah. These two options feel too desperate.
Where would this walk take us, officer?
Land's End.
Right. I will walk with you. But you need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just walking.
Just a good old-fashioned walk.
It's been ages since I just had a normal conversation with one of you guys.
She means men.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Stroll on the beach sounds nice. All right, I guess I'll be seeing you at Land's End in
I'll
the
be one of the
evening.
good ones.
She doesn't wait for an answer. You better get ready.
Alright, 15 minutes. That gives me a nice... Yeah, perfect. 12:30. Just classic 12:30 romantic walk. That's totally not romantic. Let's see, what can I put on that's like relatively nice. Let's really try with this. Just get a vague simulacrum of someone who has their shit together. I don't think I have any shoes that aren't shit. That's funny. Alright. Then hat. I really wish I could sort these. And I think... hat's good. Yeah, I look like I kind of have my shit together a little bit. Now to waste time.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Yeah. I found this jacket.
I can wash it for you.
Oh, thank you.
But it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Hell yeah. No, we must run around ceaselessly.
No, I
It would
can't.
be torture to stay put.
I would
Suit
meet someone in
yourself.
15 minutes.
Patience obviously isn't your strong suit.
Alright. Damn it. Nope. Locked. That makes sense. Can I go in here?
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off.
Okay, I'm gonna quick save real quick because I want to make sure this doesn't make me instantly go to sleep. I don't think it would.
The door.
Yeah, lovely. Actually, this is pretty nice.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation.
Oh, hello!
Producing a low.
Welcome. Yes, I went to the communism meeting. It's very good to see you. Great news. The communism meeting went off without a hitch, and now I am a member. Yeah. Okay, well, here's the thing. I actually don't smell like shit. I did go and take a bath in my room. So I don't smell like corpses and alcohol anymore. Thank you very much. And I even put on my least horrifically hideous outfit for this date.
The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your
Now I'm
ears.
trying to waste time.
Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
God, I hope I find out what that spooky voice is eventually. Unless that's the voice of Revachol. Now I kind of wish I didn't pay for a night at the Whirling Inn. But I still need to look at myself in the morning. Cause I passed a check with the musician lorry driver. That's gonna make me, I believe it's gonna make me more likely to pass the check of trying to stop making that horrible expression. Yeah, this is my place of operations.
The forlorn shriek of seagulls. Far below the birds, a wooden boardwalk filled with abandoned stands, tables and benches, echoes from a long-lost time. A middle-aged man stands in a rundown shack on the edge of a fishing village, listening to the heater hum on the wall.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to? There is no one here, not even cold.
Thank you, Shivers.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
Uh-oh.
An old mirror hangs
That
on the
cannot
wall.
mean anything
You
good.
see the reflection
Oh,
of
wait.
your face in it, adorned with the expression.
Ooh. Put on some electrochemistry enhancing stuff. I can investigate these floorboards later.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside.
Would this take too much time? I wonder if I could use a nice shave. I wonder if she'd appreciate that. Gotta be hand-eye coordination stuff here. Probably some gloves. Or some glasses. Aha.
On the table, you see a bowl of water,
58%.
of soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin. The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic.
All right.
You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy.
Shut the fuck up, physical
A
instrument.
fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew. Like an artist with a brush.
Hell yeah.
A master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender.
Oh.
The air brushing against it, chilly.
I actually really don't like that. I actually I think that I kind of like that it covered up the rest of it.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath. The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe.
Kinda.
You almost look like a professional.
I look
The beardless nature of your
creepy.
cheeks makes the expression seem even more like a terrifying grimace.
Okay, I'm definitely getting rid of the expression.
On the table.
Ooh, what is this? Oh, I look like a fucking nerd, no. Alright. Plus electrochemistry, that's a lot of stuff. I think I should have like a really high, like really, really high odds of getting this now.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something. Soft, yet crinkly. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper.
Oh.
It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere.
Uh-oh.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression
Practically guaranteed
fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it. It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
Oh. That's a little bit better. Damn. I mean, I look less like a creep. I at least look respectable now. Okay, let me change. Gloves. Gloves are a no-go. pants. I've got better pants than this. Yeah. And just in time for my date, I managed to shave and not look like a nightmare. Alright, I actually have to use the bathroom before the date, so I will be right back. Alright. I have returned. Let's see. The question is, what do I do now?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Just us. Visit.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance.
It's a cold, cynical smile.
Then all's not lost. As you can see, even in pornographic poverty, people make do.
That's so true. Country girls do make do, though.
At least those who remain.
There's nobody there.
Over there, you can find
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees.
an old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be. After the now the area is crisp. The goodwill ran out. The staff left. Here, for you, no officer. The only and that Lillian is tough. I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every here for the luck.
It's a cold, cynical smile.
It's okay. What matters
Yeah.
is we are still around, still living our lives. Even in pornographic poverty, we make do. At least those who remain.
There's nobody there. She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Our tenant, the police, just visits
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even
over there.
between here.
And all after the now the goodwill ran out.
She nods, rinsing another piece of
There's gotta be something around here I can look at. What about you, sign?
You see, a slogan used to enter the wind, whispers, and...
No. Not enough.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call
Yeah.
someone. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Nope, that's all I needed. Thank you, phone. Alright, where is she?
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just in the distance you can hear the breakers roar.
No, I don't want to do this now.
There, 1 point, a glowing light on the 3rd floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass. Her limbs long and
Okay,
slim.
I'm gonna be 1 minute late.
Smoking, drinking, being happy and elated. A smoking assailant who favors tea motiri to
Ah, come the fuck on, I don't have time for this.
Butts are part of the campfire set. They're also everywhere. Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. The salty water has corroded the ladder to nothing but 2 thin orange rails. In addition, there is no stable nest up there. It would have been useless to warm his hands before he pulled the trigger. There are no markings on the ground for a tripod. He would have had to lie on a mattress. This is simply not a good spot for a 1.2 kilometer shot.
Okay, whatever. 3 minutes late. That spot is not likely.
The woman gazes steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again, tousled, wild. She brushes a few stray locks from her eyes, and only then spots you approaching.
Aye, so here you are. It's late and the sun is going down. It'll be dark soon.
It's past midnight,
If
ma'am.
we stay here long enough, we will be joined by a cortege of drunks and teenagers. Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what the locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
Aw, she has a nickname for me.
Across the rusty water, that's La Delta, the financial district. In the mist-covered distance, towers rise as a rebuke to the poverty of this coast.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments.
Yeah. I am pretty good at scheduling. I've made all of the times that I made all my appointments, even though I did have to manipulate time to make it.
Aye, so an officer should be. All that running around must need a lot of structuring.
Her laughter is throaty and warm. It rhymes with the waves and the cries of the gulls.
Here it comes.
So fast as to make it seem like the weather turns at her command.
Aw.
Me? No, no, no. Just grew up on the sea. Know which way the wind's blowing and all.
I think she thought that was cute.
Knew the weather'd clear up once we got here. Otherwise, it would have been a less pleasant stroll, eh?
You should say something. Anything. Maybe the tequila sunset thing.
I did call myself Tequila Sunset.
It's a common Revacholian expression. Means drinking yourself to death.
Yeah,
Oh, indeed.
he had a Tequila Sunset moment. He sure the fuck did. Though I don't think he drank himself to death. He just got blasted through the head.
And what about you? Keeping the name?
I don't need any other names. I don't need any other names.
Well then, Harry.
The sun reflected in the waves and the skyscrapers
I
rising
am the
across
Rizzler.
bay is mesmerizing. Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers, fragile looking in the shimmering air. River Esperance flowing into the bay.
Isn't it strange for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us? You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset, when the water is warmer.
The sun also falls on the Capeside tenements and war-torn
Fishing at
ruins.
sunset is quite
An old
nice.
sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast over everything else, shaking you out of your reverie. The sun does little for the dead, and those hopelessly lost in their own minds, or people living in desert climates with sparse vegetation and little drinking water.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bit of pride and a bit of superstition.
Why does it seem like the sun is rising?
And a bit of conceptual unity too, it being yellow and all.
Yeah.
There's salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skuas. Grit of the sand and the
Why would the
green
sun
glint
already
of
be
broken
rising
bottles.
at 1?
But
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are, for absolutely no reason.
Oh, I was talking to the sun.
Sun like no other powerful being, certainly no powerful organization or government. How can that be?
Yeah, something's gotta be on our side.
I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team.
Oh, that's tempting. Wait. Hold up.
These?
Let's see.
These aren't
Maybe if I
real fish
say...
hooks, silly. They're earrings shaped to look like fish hooks. A drunk called Rosemary brought them to me. I kept them.
she's right. They're made mostly of plastic.
Maybe I'll
Cheap
get something
novelty gift you can buy from a
that
flower
I can
shop
use.
or a kiosk.
They seem very touristy.
The wind ruffles her hair, silver streaked in the moonlight.
Actually, can I pop up the conceptualization?
Thank you. I'm half Ubi. My mother was from Ubi Sunt. Not a lot of sun there, I hear, though I've never been.
The wind ruffles her hair, silver streaked in the moonlight.
I always do. I like it. It's like being on another planet, a water planet, with water worries and water joys.
The wind ruffles her hair, silver streaked in the moonlight.
Yeah. This one might be a bad idea.
Good one. I'm gonna go with the rope.
Good guess.
She thinks it was a riddle. She must not even know of that business. Better that way.
No, I fucked it. Alright, you know what? Conceptualization. Fuck it, we ball.
Here we go. Two different approaches to cap this off with style.
Yeah. a massive thermonuclear reaction 5 billion years old. The sun is a god. I get why people worship the sun.
Aye. And a benevolent one. When did you last have one of those on your side?
Hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I think she'll like the. I show her that I'm thoughtful, but also kind of pensive.
Well, now you have that giant thing to watch over you. So, to hell with love. You know, the wind's gonna pick up soon.
Damn.
I have to go, but... have this. The sun's good, but it doesn't stick things. I've no use for it anymore.
The sword?
No. Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me.
I see.
Doubt it.
Damn.
But thank you for the company.
Oh, I think that went well anyways.
This
It was
is
nice.
as far as it goes with her. You'd need to put a year between you and your last drink for anything more.
I don't think this game will last that long.
Farewell.
But it was nice. I don't even mind that I wasted those points. I didn't waste them, but I spent them all on the conceptualization.
As she walks off, the wind picks up, and the light from the sun seems to fade. The crumbling silhouette
It's literally
of
past 1 a.m.
R&D towers in the distance, beckoning. Why does art inspire you so much?
It does. What is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. And in short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
I see. Is this what I get for pumping up my conceptualization?
Have you looked in the mirror lately? To be honest, you have the exact features of the modern artist, with that wild hair and those clothes. Perhaps you should try to write poetry someday, and critique architecture.
Is architecture art?
Of course not. It's autism. Box drawing.
Hey, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Masturbation with a ruler and a sextant, or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture, while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
Fuck you. Autism is an art the way I do it. Asshole. Fucking stupid idiot. That's also me.
Only
His
the most
music.
experimental kind.
Oh, it has to be up its own asshole. I have been feeling critical.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here.
Yeah.
Become the art cop. Half art
I
critic,
think I might.
half cop. Quit being so indecisive.
I'll be an
What
autistic
are you
art
going
cop.
for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
You're right.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals.
Gonna
of
get
the
an art
street,
degree in my
you
mind.
must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Sword. Yo, that goes hard as fuck. I'm gonna carry this around for intimidation. I bet Renee will think this is really cool. I should read that before I go to bed. There's no way she's awake. You know what's fucked up is that I've also had someone give me a sword after we dated. I paid for the room, I'm gonna use it. You know what? I didn't even want to date her anyways. I got Kim. This one I can do without, I think. Instead, I'm gonna art. Can't even look at this shit. I'm gonna become a free market hobo art communist. Superstar.
The fan stands still.
Should probably leave the light on if I'm gonna read. Might as well read it now.
The cover of this pocket-sized volume features a swirl of orange, yellow, and green. The title, A Brief Look at Inframaterialism, is set in an authoritative yet approachable serif font. What an interesting color palette. It's vibrant, yet somehow leaves you ever so slightly nauseated. On the inside jacket flap, you find a brief summary. What is inframaterialism?
I'm gonna learn
A
today.
highly theoretical branch of Mazovian communism, a collection of mystical ramblings by a discredited revolutionary, or possibly both?
Probably both.
This brief look, TM, introduces readers to one of this century's most fascinating and misunderstood theories in a concise, jargon-free manner.
This is gonna be like really fucking long, isn't it?
You turn to the table of contents. The guide itself is divided into several sections with seemingly esoteric titles like Effects of Plasm on Root Vegetables and Mental Projection and Transference. There's also a brief
This is gonna
introduction
be fucking
about the life
horse shit,
of
isn't it?
Ignis Nielsen.
Alright, fine.
Known to his numerous admirers as the evangelist of the revolution, and to his even more numerous enemies as the apocalyptic Shrike, Ignis Nielsen remains one of the most controversial and fascinating figures to emerge in the years of the anti-centennial revolution, second only to Krasmazov himself.
So this is like the Engels to the Marx.
During his unparalleled life, he helped guide a revolution in one country and found a new state in another. Along the way, he committed some of the most notorious war crimes in an era famed for its atrocities.
So he's more like the Joseph Stalin.
And yet, his most fascinating contribution to history may be the most overlooked. His theory of ideological plasm, from which his followers and successors developed the school of communism known as inframaterialism.
I see.
If you're like most people, you probably believe that your thoughts reside in your brain, right? That's not right at all. Thoughts don't exist in the brain. They float through the air. Your brain is but a fish, swimming through them.
Honestly, I have no idea where some of these thoughts come from.
This sounds more like a question for a psychiatrist. See also a brief look at psychiatry. But let's stick with Ignis Nielsen a moment. As Mazov's devoted comrade and leading theoretician, Nielsen was responsible for developing much of the intellectual foundation of communism. But his interests and speculations were famously wide-ranging. During his final years in exile, he produced, among other things, an early guide to home brewing, instructions for raising revolutionary children, plans for a universal pictographic language.
Oh, I actually kind of like that one.
A detailed materialist critique of Dolores Day's chess strategy.
I don't think I care about that last one, but thank you.
A true man of ideas, equal to any of the great DeLorean polymaths. But one subject he returned to time and time again was the fundamental relationship between thoughts and matter. We may yet discover, he wrote in his notebooks, that under certain exceptional circumstances, the proletariat's embrace of historical materialism may be so fervent that their beliefs take form in the world of matter as a kind of revolutionary plasm.
This is man suggesting that there's gonna be like some kind of proletariat tulpa. Like we're gonna fucking manifest. We're gonna manifest materialism.
Certainly, in essence, Nielsen is arguing that thoughts don't just reside inside the brain.
Oh my, it is manifestation.
From it. According to this idea, the brain is an ideological transponder, constantly emitting waves of highly politicized energy, which Nielsen called plasm.
Oh. We're radiating the political plasm of liberalism.
Woe is right. What's more, Nielsen speculated that this plasm, when it becomes powerful enough, might begin to influence the material reality surrounding it. Hence the name, inframaterialism. Unfortunately, Nielsen passed away before he was able to develop these initial ideas into a full-fledged theory. That work was left to subsequent generations of communist theorists. Building on Nielsen's basic insight, these theorists reached a startling conclusion that a sufficiently revolutionary state might begin to exhibit certain extra-physical effects based on the amount of plasm generated by its citizens.
Yeah, this isn't even Nielsen's theory. Okay, let me read this again. I wanna actually understand what I'm reading. Okay. He speculated that this plasm, when it became powerful enough, might begin to influence the material realities found. Nielsen passed away before he was developed these initial ideas into full-fledged theory. That work was left to subsequent generations of communist theorists. It's fucking political tulpas. I'm fucking telling you.
Correct. Though certain particulars of the theory are commonly attributed to Nielsen himself, the evidentiary basis of those attributions has always been a point of contention between inframaterialists and their critics.
This is some Discworld horseshit.
The actual theory is highly technical, but for the purposes of this brief look, TM, that's a fine working definition of the concept. That's because this is absolute idiocy, not even worth engaging with.
I kind of agree with logic here. Listen, I'm not a capitalist. But come the fuck on.
No. There's something here. You can feel it.
Let's hear it.
Inframaterialists
I'll hear you out.
The extra physical effects of the revolutionary state by the level of plasm required to achieve them. At the lowest, or first level, revolutionary plasm is believed to stimulate or invigorate matter without altering its essential properties.
This sounds like a very good excuse to murder anyone that disagrees, because if they're not, if they have different opinions from you, then they're gonna be a detriment to the amount of plasm being generated by creating counterplasm.
Precisely,
Yeah.
though plasm does more than increase vegetable yields. It may also influence the physiology of revolutionaries themselves. It's also been postulated that plasm may account for the remarkably full and manly facial hair observed on some communist males.
Damn, why did I shave?
Your hand feels clammy against your bare chin. You wipe it along the back of the book and keep reading. Of course, inframaterialists argue that revolutionary plasm may stimulate human physiology in other ways as well.
Oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? Are they saying the communist beard? Listen, Karl Marx had that beard because he was a communist.
Oh yeah.
The communism caused the beard.
White hot communist sex, baby.
Ooh. I'd be down for that, unless they try to fucking say theory at me while we're fucking, then I'm not doing it.
That's correct. Reports from the revolutionary period claim that the most radically devoted communards were able to engage in vigorous intercourse for up to 8 hours at a time.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
8 hours? There's no way. Your equipment would be mashed to jelly.
I'd honestly get bored by that point.
Hyperproductive vegetables and ultra-horny communards are fine. But this theory hasn't quite gotten strange enough for you.
You know, normally this is the kind of thing that they say for, like, deep level shit. Like, once you're already in, they usually start with, like, more normal sounding stuff to rope you in, so that you'll be more ready to accept this kind of thing. Like, you start with the basic thetans and all that, and then you get to Xenu and the aliens jumping into the volcanoes.
And on that note, you feel like you've gotten the general idea of inframaterialism, enough to carry on a basic conversation at least. But if you'd like to go even deeper into some of the more speculative aspects of the theory, you could always read further. Of course you want to go deeper. What else are you here for?
It's already late.
The book fits quite snugly into your palm. It would also fit comfortably into a jacket.
Fuck it, we're doing it.
You flip forward a few pages until you come upon a chapter titled Mental Projection and Transference. When a community has achieved a sufficiently high degree of revolutionary fervor, inframaterialists believe that second-level effects may be observed. At this second level, certain hyper-revolutionary individuals may even develop the ability to extend their thoughts into material space and vice versa.
Aha.
According to inframaterialist theory, yes. Under suitably revolutionary conditions.
I see, we just haven't hit it yet. The conditions just haven't been right, but it's totally possible, guys, believe me.
It's become something of a folk legend that during their final meeting, Nielsen and Mazov didn't speak a single word, preferring to sit in silence with their chamomile tea, reading one another's thoughts.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
One of the minor tragedies of the late revolutionary period is that few reliable accounts survive. Much of what we know of the communards' activities during this period come from memoirs and second-hand accounts, some only written down decades after the fact, and of dubious authenticity.
And why does this only affect communists? I'm sure, like hyper-revolutionary communists. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation.
Because plasm has never been directly observed, the exact mechanism behind these effects remains entirely speculative.
You must believe in the plasm first.
In other words, there's no evidence that any of this mind-reading stuff is real. Why are you getting hung up on mechanisms? Open your mind's aperture just a little wider. You're so close to true understanding.
Yeah, fuck it. I just need to stop worrying about it. Fuck
this
logic.
Should be more than enough for a stimulating discussion. That said, if you're still yearning for more,
yeah, fuck it, more.
You must. Everyone knows.
Shit.
Books save their best parts for the end.
So true. Is this going to be the part with the firing squads and the animal wagons?
You breeze through the next several sections until you arrive at the final chapter, titled A Communism Above Reality. When a society's revolutionary
the communism of
reaches
heaven,
the third and highest level, inframaterialist theoreticians have postulated that the laws of physics cease to be laws.
I see.
More like suggestions, according to some of the SRV's leading inframaterialists. Of course, it's impossible to say what exactly happens under these conditions. No known society has ever achieved the levels of revolutionary enthusiasm the theory seems to require.
Believe me, this is all absolutely going to happen. We just haven't reached the, the conditions just haven't been quite right. But we're gonna get to the mind reading. We're gonna get to the fucking communism above heaven. Don't worry. It's totally gonna happen. It just hasn't been done right yet.
Some inframaterialists have even argued that it might require more plasm than humanity alone may be capable of producing.
We're gonna get into the aliens. The non-human sources of plasm. You've gotta call upon you gotta call upon Xenu. He will provide the rest of the plasm. When you cannot, you have to give us enough of your money. And if you ever doubt us, we will put you in our special psychic communist prison. The non-human sources of plasm. I'm so excited.
In the SRV, there have been attempts to organize certain species of aquatic mammals.
Oh, never mind.
A few of the higher corvids.
Never mind. It's fucking dolphins and crows, actually. That's so stupid of me. Obviously, it wouldn't be aliens providing the rest of the plasm. It would be fucking Shamu.
But, as of this writing, only human beings have demonstrated the intellectual capacity for revolutionary communism.
I see.
There are numerous stories from Samara involving bandits or fascist mercenaries being levitated by farmers from the most ideologically advanced communes. Of course, few of these incidents have ever been rigorously investigated or substantiated. Among known attempts to channel third-level capabilities, the most well-documented is the curious case of Coalition warship Debutante.
I see. Oh boy, this is gonna be some shit.
It concerns an interesting series of events that took place during the invasion of Revachol. As Coalition forces made landfall, a cadre of Nielsen's most fervent acolytes attempted to compress a Coalition aerostatic with their collective will.
God, I love hearing about this kind of bullshit. It's infinity% not true, but it's so fun to hear about.
According to communard law, these acolytes positioned themselves at the top of a redoubt just over the bay of Revachol. From that vantage, they proceeded to visualize pinching Coalition warship Debutante between their fingers, a gesture believed to assist in the extra-physical materialization of their thoughts.
I see. Did it work? I bet it did.
The acolytes, along with the redoubt, were vaporized in an artillery strike before the process could be completed.
Oh yeah, it totally will work, guys. Don't get hung up on the details. It would have happened if it wasn't for that damn artillery.
Picture the lot of them, all standing with their fingers in the air 1 minute, the next reduced to a bloody mist. It's been said, though, that in the weeks following the battle, the captain of the Debutante noted an increase in incidents of crewmen striking their heads on unexpectedly low bulkheads.
Ah, I see. There could be no other explanation.
Of course, colorful anecdotes only scratch the surface of what inframaterialists believe may be possible in a truly third-level society. Some have theorized that such a society would be fundamentally unrecognizable, lacking many of the institutions we typically take for granted in advanced societies, including organized governments, financial institutions, and law enforcement.
I see.
So
they're anarchists.
There's no place for you in this future.
Oh, fuck.
Others have argued that people living under third-level conditions will be immune to such infirmities as hunger, disease, and mental illness.
Damn. Hey, do you struggle with depression? Have you considered becoming an ultra-communist? Do you believe in communist hard enough? to not have an anxiety disorder. Fucking can't afford food. Looks like you're not a real comrade. What's that? You got AIDS? Fucking get up against the wall. get the fucking firing squads ready. This person's clearly a liberal.
In some of his later writings, Nielsen himself speculated about the potential for an extra-physical architecture that disregards the laws of bourgeois physics and, instead, relies on the revolutionary faith of the people for structural integrity.
Yeah. That's what they were doing with the fucking matchboxes, isn't it? Oh my god. Okay. They were trying to believe that the matchboxes would stay up.
Precisely. Nielsen observed that the financial system operates on the same principle of faith. So why not an architectural system?
Holy fuck.
On the following page, you come across a few black and white reproductions from Nielsen's own notebooks. One sketch depicts a government ministry shaped like a great inverted pyramid. A hectare in width at the top, balanced atop foundations the size of common apartments.
I see. So like the board from Control or Nerve. But Nerve is at least jammed into like the ceiling of a giant cavern in the geofront.
Another depicts a leaning tower wrapped in a dramatic helix. The caption beneath it reads, "The Tower of History."
Yeah, you know what? It is beautiful. I'm gonna just believe it. Fuck it.
There is no more. You've reached the outer theoretical limits of communism. And in less than 200 pages.
Well, that wasn't so hard. I now know everything there is to know about communism.
Further, may we recommend a brief look at Occidental architecture?
Oh, hello. No. Hello, singular stray dog. How nice of you to join us. I'm sorry that your house collapsed. You shouldn't have thought so much. That's where you went wrong.
Window, and not too inviting, but it's yours. You've earned it.
Alright.
The room behind your closed eyelids is familiar now. The only home you've ever known. Its darkness gathers. The last thing you hear is the wind blowing in through the broken window. Then something comes. A kind of sleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes. Tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
This is gonna be chill.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
You know, your house wouldn't have caved in on itself if you were more of a communist. You know what? I have been helping people. Ancient reptilian brain, fuck you. I've been trying really hard. I shaved, I stopped looking like a creep.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people. And then forgets about it.
Him told me that I have actually a lower than average kill count. Thank you very much, Ancient Reptilian Brain. I don't care. You know what? I killed people and that's a good thing. Those people were probably not communists.
Hear that? You are naive to think he's afraid of his bloodied hands.
They were...
Soul brother. Oh no. I see inside his amygdala and his hippocampus. the thing he's really scared of?
Those people weren't contributing to the communist plasm. They weren't manifesting communism with me. They had to go.
It's much, much worse than that.
I'm curious, what is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
I didn't know my limbic system was a woman. Good for her. Mostly.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
Can I admit to something about the voice of the ancient reptilian brain? It's so scratchy. Oh. Gee. Thank you, Singular Stray Dog. Welcome to the Batcave. Wawa. So nice of you to follow. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. So anyways, yeah, I would fuck the ancient reptilian brain, I think, is what I was getting at. Anyways.
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
Which one of these is more mysterious? I think her face forms in summertime.
In hell, an ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Oh. Hell in Ancient Sadness actually sounds lovely. Thank you, Ancient Reptilian Brain. I actually feel way better about it.
Everything is so okay.
Sounds great.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, you need to go to the church.
Okay, it's telling me to wrap this shit up. I think there's 7 days. I think I still have 2 more in the game. Oh, hell yeah, I went to bed in time to sleep. Alright. God, it takes me so long to get up in the morning. Okay. I put on my nice day clothes, time to put back on my ass-kicking outfit. Hell yeah, fuck the world. Alright, let's see, what am I missing? No, I think that's it. What about you,
The
Mirror?
hangs on the bathroom wall.
Nope. I'll see if I can ask Kalasha about Sunday night and what I was doing before I go see Kim, because he doesn't want me to talk about it with him around.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
That is what she said. Why am I thinking about this now?
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
That man was barely human when we took him down.
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder?
I'll ask her how old she thinks I am. Someone told me before. I think they said I was like 46.
Huh. How old do I think you are? I don't know. 1, 2. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
I'm gonna guess
How
around.
old is a newborn cop who doesn't remember he's a cop?
That's a kind of a philosophical question. Do I become a different person once I have retrograde amnesia? I'm gonna guess around 45. I would probably guess that anyways. I do look like someone who's like middle-aged that just fucked their shit up with all the alcohol and drugs you could imagine.
Sure, yeah. And if you're not, age is just a number anyway.
People don't like people that say that.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
I am not
To
afraid.
the laboratorium.
Fuck. Do I have anything I would be willing to sacrifice for this? I mean, better loot. I don't even know what that means. Am I willing to get rid of this? I have so many points already. Fuck it. Well, actually, I guess I only have 3 now, but I want to find out how old I am. Even if it will take all day.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Ooh. 42%. That's okay. Let's do it.
You catch a single flower between
fuck
your
yeah.
fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance. Then takes a drag of her cigarette.
No, I bet she thought I was really cool.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Show her the flower. So she thinks I'm cool.
The dried petals in your palm. Then lightly touches one with her fingernail.
And I bet I'm gonna say something like really cool and poetic about it too.
Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Or an admirer?
Admirers? I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is no fashionable society.
Too old. I thought she was like 22. Or did she say 28? Probably more like 28. That would make a lot more sense. She does not look 22. But she's also very stressed. What with all of the whole with the whole like if she gets caught by the police, she will be assassinated thing. Let's talk about Sunday night.
Yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you you're a police officer.
Yes. I was in Elysium, the heaven for warriors, because that's what I am.
Wow. Elysium. You don't hear that term often.
She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording.
Yeah.
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them. Oh, we're huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7.
There.
Life gets hard, but we go on.
We do go on.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
Yeah.
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat.
Yeah.
That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
Yeah.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world.
Yeah.
It was about that. And also, that it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Oh, man. But like in a cool, like a badass kind of way, right? Please tell me it was cool.
Yes, it was very cool.
I fucking knew it.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted? I definitely wasn't, and I know that I'm coping, but...
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped. And furniture too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
You know... I haven't done it. Depressing 2 a.m. music wailing. But, like, I get the feeling. I've been in that space. But in my defense, I lived in Florida at the time. So, you know, it's understandable.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
Ooh, that's really good.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Alright, but listen, here's the thing though. I don't want to be this kind of animal anymore would go so fucking hard on a t-shirt. Or like on the back of a jacket like my fuck the world coat. It's kinda raw.
No problem, sir. Yeah?
Oh.
I did not. Do you think this has something to do with what happened?
It is definitely possible.
She keeps looking at the door with a worried expression. The wind ruffles her hair.
Oh, I'm gonna be real with her.
Huh. This isn't good.
She's straight as a stick. Suddenly, she feels like quarry, encircled. Her eyes dart to the door.
Okay, I think that actually might have freaked her out. I might have given her too much information.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
I did. I played some pinball.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad.
Yeah.
The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door. For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there.
I cleaned it up a little bit.
Somewhere below, military-grade SAD is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection.
The first thing? Okay, fine. I'll trust you, Inland Empire. It was challenging.
That's where it always comes from, isn't it? From the head and from the past.
Yeah. Damn. This game speaks to my depression.
Sounds like an advanced form of what I've got.
with a bit of old love sprinkled on top.
Yeah.
Love is terror.
Love can be nice. Sometimes it doesn't work out as all. Granted, for her, that was literally true because she was having sex with a man and then a bullet passed through his skull. But I think she's a bit of an outlier on that front.
Sheer terror, panic, and screaming.
All right.
Is there any... I'm gonna quick save before I ask her this, just in case.
Hello, officer. Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
I don't actually want to do that. I might reload that save, because this seems really bad. Yeah, no, I'd be taking a little break from relationships if my lover got their brains blown out on the backboard of my bed. Okay, her name is probably not Plagia.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
You can't
I
tell me
log
the
your
truth.
work every week. It's all transmitted to common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Yeah.
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Meyer Smith.
Anouk Meyer Smith. Okay.
A fake passport and visa, given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name to hurt me.
Aww.
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now. West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
The wind rises, so do the hairs on your back. Somewhere west, small bubbles rise from a plastic ball floating in the water. Rusty, the color of oversteeped tea.
My alcoholic senses are tingling.
Long, spindly arms are spinning the boy around, turning it, inspecting it like a magic 8-ball, trying to find a way to snap it open.
Nothing is useless.
Yeah.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past the
It's
Berkham sewage
northwest.
pipe, right near the waterline.
Let's see.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
Oh, that's actually a lovely name. Katarzyna Lazie.
Could it mean Glasia is an alacronym for Katarzyna Alazie?
Alacronym. Alright. Well, you have a lovely sleep, Singular Stray Dog. It was nice for you to drop in. And I hope to see you around. Good night. Oh.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof. She nods, her back
I
straight.
think she liked telling someone her real name and hearing it for the first time. In what has probably been quite a while.
Ready for the damage. She knows you're grilling her.
I'm not gonna arrest her. That would be a death sentence. That would be unfair.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint.
Nope.
She coughed.
That is
her.
the emergency's desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
Fuck it. I'll just go back. If this goes bad, I'll just fucking quick load. I don't care.
I can give you the time, too. It was late. After midnight.
This feels bad.
12:20. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, but I am now.
Why is she so angry then, if she's so sorry?
I'm just gonna reload and go back through all those. We'll make it work.
I did.
Very good, sire. She will never admit to it.
Well, we're gonna go through all this anyways. Fuck it.
What?
Her hand trembles.
Alright, we're reloading. This is going so fucking bad. Then we're just gonna skip through all this. This is going terribly. I didn't even want to do any of that.
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for... She slowly lights another cigarette.
Lie.
Yes, we demand she be... She
Wait, no.
slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger.
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished.
Okay. Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. Like I lied before. Like I did. No. It's a fake past. I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. West of the... It's huge.
The wind rises. Long...
Nothing is useful.
You're welcome to it. It's Katarzyna.
Could it mean Glazia is an ally? She nods. Her round eyes meet. She nods, ready for the damage. She knows you're grilling her. She slowly...
Alright, I'm gonna click save and just see what happens if I hit that one. I died fucking...
Hello.
I really don't want to do this, but... Oh, it doesn't even allow me to.
She slowly...
Lie.
Yes, we demand she be... She slowly...
Okay, well that's just broken. Alright, I'm just gonna reload just in case. Anything else I can do here?
Two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman having sex. It is possible that it came from B. You can't know for sure until you investigate those locations.
Okay, so I checked Land's End. I need to check the boardwalk. Can't check the
lieutenant
islet.
would probably agree that in this...
Should go to the boardwalk. No. I bet he'll appreciate that I cleaned up and stopped smiling like a freak. Good morning.
Yes?
I did shave.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps,
You can tell
I'm
me.
not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the...
Oh, man. I hate that I agree with you.
Damage.
Either way, good on you. You were saying?
That's it.
Again? I can't believe...
The man.
Do you have anything to say to any of these people?
What is it?
Hey, was there something you needed?
I don't have enough money.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence. The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language.
No.
Horse need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Keep them drunk.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg. The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Alright, mystery solved.
The Coppernado.
I got anything to say to you?
What do you want?
I doubt I do. Nope. Okay. I checked Land's End. Need to check the boardwalk. Return to the group for discussion. Boy west of the boardwalk. On the coast. Somewhere in the reeds. I need to go there anyways. But let me check up on my communist friends. They'll be really impressed that I managed to absorb all of this theory in just one night. And it's only 8 AM as well. Also, I know I've got another conceptualization check somewhere. Yes, the Joyce Monsieur. She's back. She's not here right now, though. In the box of sunglasses, I have another conceptualization check I need to make. They'll be really impressed with me. Oh. Well. Never mind then. I'm sure they'll be here tonight, same time, same place. Oh, hi Sydney, I have stuff to talk with you about.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Damn. Yeah, I need to take the coat off.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to
28%.
admire my mural?
28%. I don't even have any more points that I could put into conceptualization, though. Maybe I'll quick save, just in case.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to
They do say that the painter always paints his own portrait.
That's pretty fucked up. Even for you, piggo. I think everyone would rather you didn't.
Yeah.
Stop quivering like jello. Then you won't get fucked.
But that would mean he doesn't say every pathetic thing that pops in his head.
You're a real sad sack. You know that? Go ahead then. It up.
You know what? I'll go
Try
with
not
it.
to hurt yourself.
Fuck it.
Sure. Anytime. Us Shit artists have to help one another. Besides, I was out of fuel oil anyway.
The right idea is not coming to her. It's excruciating. You know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your Kanema? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, paint, and a brush. You're ready to do this.
Yeah, you know what? I'll roll with it. I got her to give me the brush.
Give me a moment.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Let's go with this.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind. You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so. Until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
A Drew Unknown from Pokemon.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
Hey, listen, I get results, Kim. You never know. And now that I have this sword, I'm lethal now. I also never investigated the apricot chewing gum wrapper.
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet, or some ancient temple. Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia ago. On an island of time you can never return to. The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you. The shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there.
Where did it go?
Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
It's really important to me.
Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow, with every breath you take. Until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes. Made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive. Your heart working overtime. Trying to keep up with the panicked synapses firing all over your brain. Moving liters of blood through you. Panicking. Feels so familiar.
Let's put that away. Apricot chewing gum scented one. I'll wait for the other two and see what that gets me. Oh, I still also need to check up on that pile of clothes now that my conceptualization's so high. Hey, buddy.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Oh, where is Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
What do you mean?
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
He was, but I can tell you cared about him.
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is. Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Yeah. Couldn't have been that bad if you were hanging out with him all the time.
I repeat, an absolute cunt. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids, and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that... Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Tell me.
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that.
I'll give him the photograph.
Let
He
me
deserves
see.
it.
This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and Jenny... I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
Yeah.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo.
Yeah.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
I'm gonna leave you to it, man. I don't need to bother you anymore. I'll give you at least a day. I wanted to show him my cool sword. I think he would have really liked it. Damn, I'm genuinely actually really sad. I thought that guy was a dick. Good evening, ma'am. Or it's a good morning.
Left our little Martinez yet? Still running around?
It is growing on me.
Aye. But don't let it grow too much. This is not the place to settle down. Now, what's on your mind, Officer Harry?
Not much. Also, let me put on my proper coat. And my armor.